Assalamu alaikum Pakistan, Mehu Erin Holland, and this is your sassy stats queen back for HBLPSL 10 analysis, of course on behalf of Jubilee Insurance. Now the race to the playoffs is certainly heating up. Matches 24, 25 and 26 certainly didn't disappoint. Let's get stuck into all of the analysis. Match 24 was Lahore Qalandars and the Karachi Kings. El Clasico, the two biggest cities in Pakistan, the big rivals going head to head in what was going to be an excellent tussle. Now, Karachi Kings won the toss, elected to field first, no surprises there at Gaddafi Stadium. But the rain, the barish, it did interrupt play. The match was reduced to only 15 overs per side under the DLS method. Lahore Qalandars batting highlights though, after being sent in first, they had such a strong partnership up the top of the order. Fakhar Zaman and Mohammad Naeem, the youngster, they were so strong with a 90-run partnership of just 47 balls. Included 8 fours and 6 sixes, posting 160 runs for 8 wickets before rain came, that barish, and ruined the parade. Due to that rain adjustment and the fact we lost some time though, 7 runs were added to the target and it was set for 168 in 15 overs for the Kings. In terms of the bowling in that first innings highlights, we have to give some shout outs to the bowlers. It's not been their tournament so far today, but Abbas Afridi, 3 overs, 4 wickets for 27. Sensational by him. Mir Hamza as well with the new ball once again, 1 for 20 off his 3. And then the batting highlights in the chase, well, a match-turning partnership between Irfan Khan Niazi and Mohammad Nabi, the president. 45 runs of just 17 balls, smashing 5 sixes and 1 4. In the end, well, Daryl Mitchell, he did his best, 1.3 overs, 2 for 9. Sensational effort by the Kiwi there. Harris Ralph, 3 overs, 2 wickets for him there, but a little bit expensive, 40 runs. Karachi Kings, though, they chased down 168 with only 6 wickets down and they won via 4. Because of DLS, I know that was an absolute whirlwind, but so was the match, and congratulations to Karachi Kings. They get one back this season. Power move of the match, well, who else could it be but Irfan Khan Niazi? What an incredibly game-changing performance from the man. He lit up the field with a sensational 48, not out, that red ink is very important, of 21 balls, pure power hitting under pressure. 5 huge sixes, 2 crisp boundaries, striking at over 228. That is such a phenomenal strike rate. Every shot he played, he tilted their momentum back into the side of the Karachi Kings. And no surprises there, but he truly deserved the power of the match. Match 25 saw us head back to the city of saints, Multan, for the Sultans taking on Peshawar Zalmi. Of course, Mohammad Rizwan and his bestie Babar Azam locking horns. It was an absolutely thrilling match, but maybe not one that Multan Sultans want to remember again. But let's go back to the start. Toss update, Multan won the toss and elected to bat first. They thought scoreboard pressure was the way to go. An innings saw a brief spark of just 26 runs between Shea Hope and Tayyab Tahir. That stand came off 22 balls, 2 fours, 1 6, but the rest of the batting lineup just could not hold on for long. They were bowled out for only 108 runs. Just let that sink in, because we do know that Multan Cricket Stadium can be an absolute batter's delight, and that's certainly what we thought it was going to be, given how the pitch looked. Ahmed Daniel was the star with the ball. The young man, 3 wickets in his 4 overs, conceding just 17 runs. They are outstanding figures. Well supported by the youngster Mars Sadakat though, who came to the fore in his last game, his first in HBLPSL. He took 2 wickets in his first 2 overs ever in HBLPSL, conceding only 12 runs in his 3. Peshawar Zalmi, well, they made short work of the chase. It began so strong with an opening stand between Babar Azam and Saim Ayub. So great to see Saim back in the runs there, putting together a 49-run partnership in 35 balls, smashing 3 sixes and 3 fours. Multan Sultans, well, the bowlers did not have a day to remember. Shahid Aziz grabbing 2 wickets in 3 overs for 13 runs. David Willey doing what he does in the power play, got 1 off 9. But in the end, Peshawar Zalmi, they chased it down in emphatic style. A dominant performance, a win by 7 wickets. And in the first time this season, my power move of the match goes to a new recipient. I'm talking about Ahmed Daniel. He was absolutely brilliant with the ball. The power move of the match award has to go for his 3 wickets of just 17 runs conceded in 4 entire overs. He came in with fire, kept things really tight, lines and length were absolutely beautiful, when a lot of seamers went the distance, particularly from the Multan Sultans in the opposing side. That's an economy of just 4.25. And you know, watching at home, that in a T20 game that is absolutely pure gold. So Daniel didn't just bowl overs, he changed the game, broke partnerships and owned the moment. Congratulations, sir. We roll on to match 26 now. This was a table-topping performance between 1 and 2. I'm talking Quetta Gladiators up against the hometown heroes, Islamabad United. This was billed to be an absolute blockbuster. 2 sides vying for a top 2 position. Whoever won was assured a top 2, so there was a lot to play for today. Islamabad United off 4 straight losses as well, so they had so much to play for in terms of momentum heading into the playoffs. Should they make them? And they didn't do themselves any favours in this particular match. Recapping what happened though, United winning the toss and electing to field first. Now, all the statistics say at Pindi Stadium, where it's an absolute road, scoreboard pressure in the last 10 matches shows you that you should be batting first and posting some serious scoreboard pressure. That's not what they did though. So let's talk about the Quetta Gladiators' batting brilliance. Opening fireworks by Raleigh Russo and Hassan Nawaz, the youngster. The duo stitched a 134-run partnership of just 61 balls, but that wasn't the most important thing. Raleigh Russo brings up his 3rd ever HBLPSL century. Then what does Hassan Nawaz do? It comes down to the final over of the first innings. A couple of dot balls in there, we were all thinking, will he get there, won't he get there? The youngster cracks a boundary on the very last ball to finish 100 even, red ink, not out. His 1st ever HBLPSL century and perhaps the birth of a new superstar of Pakistan cricket. It was just brilliant to watch. And they also set the largest ever score in the history of HBLPSL, 263 runs for 3. I mean, they still had 7 wickets in hand. Imagine what they could have done had they gone even harder. But record-breaking night for the Quetta Gladiators. It was a huge amount of scoreboard pressure. And well, in return, Islamabad United could do absolutely nothing. It was a dismal start because Mohammad Amir came in and got 2 wickets in his very first over. He was swinging the ball on a track that looked like it had 0 movement. It was only a little partnership between Ahmad Wasim and Ben Dwarshuis with the bat that stopped it being a 200-run win. They were 68 for 8 at one point in the chase. They just fell over in an absolute heap. So United never looked in control. They didn't even look like they turned up, to be totally honest. It was not a performance that they'd want to remember. A little word on the Gladiators' bowling dominance though as well. Amir, as I mentioned, his brilliance continued. He got 3 for 6 off only 2 overs. Bra Ahmed, the magician, followed up beautifully, restricted those middle overs. He only went for 17 runs and took 2 wickets in his 4. All out, they were bundled out for 154 runs short, falling short by a massive 109 runs. That absolutely stuffs their net run rate and boosts Quetta straight to the top of the table. They are assured a top 2 finish, and what a commanding result for the Gladiators. Well, in terms of the power move of the match award, well, I was absolutely torn because there was 2 standout performers with the bat and you almost couldn't split it. In fact, the commentators for that night in the game were arguing over they thought who should have gotten the player of the match. So it's no doubt that I'm struggling with who to decide to go with, but I am going to go with Raleigh Russo because he came in first and scored the first HBLPSL century of the night. That's right, the night. He scored 104 runs of just 46 balls, bringing up his 100 in 44 balls. He smashed 14 fours and 6 sixes all around the park, maintaining that jaw-dropping strike rate of 226.08. His fearless hitting and unmatched tempo was exactly what the Gladiators needed, and why I did give him my power move of the match award. But my highly commended and my wild stats of this match, it has to go to the 22-year-old youngster Hassan Nawaz. Now, 22 years of age, he's made an HBLPSL century. He comes in and continues that crazy momentum that Raleigh Russo had started out with. The 2 of them piled on such a massive partnership, but the excitement of watching the young man get to that century in the final over. He gets a couple of boundaries and ... and you think, oh my goodness, is he going to get there? On the last ball, he cracks a boundary and makes it an even 100 not out. He hit 9 huge sixes and he brought up that 100 in just 45 balls. So 1 ball behind Riley Russo, but still a strike rate of 222.22. No wicket lost, he's still standing strong. I think that red ink is very important to your average, but what a wild stat. Pure power, pure aggression, pure brilliance from Hassan Nawaz. Well, what an episode that was of your HBLPSL 10 analysis on behalf of Jubilee Insurance. My name's Erin Holland. I think I need a nap after that. There were so many incredible performances, and it just goes to show how tight this season is. Other than the Multan Sultans, the fate is still in the hands of our other 5 sides to know who is going to join the Quetta Gladiators in qualifying for the playoffs. Still so much to play for here. Every game is important. Make sure you tune in, and I'll see you for our next episode. Testing 1 2 1 2 1 2. Done. Okay. And for the first time in this season of HBLPSL and in my Stassi Stats